Hi there, guys. Got my MEC 9000 progressive 12 gauge shotgun shell loader set up, and this is probably the best shotgun loading tool that I have, and it's also by far the fastest. And I've been doing a bunch of videos lately on shot shell loading and shot shell loaders and how quick some of these things are compared to other types of loaders. So I thought it'd only be fair to try this MEC 9000 with the old speed test to see how long it would take to load a box of 25 shells. Now, in fairness, this machine is not actually running completely as a progressive loader because the auto advance feature has been disabled on this machine because there's a part broken basically. So I'm actually indexing the machine by hand. But anyway, despite that, it's still a fairly quick piece of equipment. I've got 25 empty hulls here. The machine's all filled up with powder, shot, and primers. So without any further ado, we're going to try loading 25 shells and see how long that takes. And of course, this machine makes a shell with every pull of the handle. And quite an advance if you're going to load a lot of shells, to be able to load a shell with every stroke of the handle. The first station of the machine sizes the shell, pokes out the fired primer. The next station drops a powder charge and seats the primer. After that, it moves over to the wad seating station. The wad's then seated and a charge of shot is dropped on top of the wad. It moves past that to the next station where the crimp is started. And progressing beyond that, it moves over to the kind of a crimp semi-finishing station. And then the final station is a tapering die, which will taper the loaded shell, and then it gets ejected off the back of the machine as a finished loaded shell. Now the 9000's got a collet sizing die, so it fully sizes all the case heads, which is really pretty good if you're into kind of scrounging up hulls. It means you can use any hull that you get your hands on. The machine will size it down, and it will be usable in any other shotgun. So these are one of the few MEC machines for which MEC does not make a conversion kit. You have to buy a complete different machine if you want one of these in a different gauge. The MEC Size Master, MEC Steel Master, MEC 600 Junior, all those can be converted to a different gauge. But because there's so many parts in these machines and they're sort of a complicated piece of gear, I guess MEC made the decision that it wouldn't really be practical for the average end user to convert these to a different gauge. So as a result, they made that decision to just manufacture them as complete units pre-set up. So I haven't even used the high-speed feature. I don't think I'll have to with this machine, with this video, because it's going to be quick enough to load the box of shells. Oh, I get something going wrong there. One thing with these machines, if you notice anything out of line, the best thing to do is to stop and have a look and see what's out of whack before you crank on the handle too much. Because the collet, especially the collet sizing die, if the shell doesn't drop all the way down into the bottom of the collet sizing die, you can actually size the rim completely off the shell, and it'll come out with a smooth side on it. So learned that the hard way. The other thing that's important with this machine to watch is that you keep the powder measure full, keep the shot full, the primers full. It's been basically my experience with this machine that if there we go, we got 25 loaded. So 3 minutes and 18 seconds to load 25 shells. So that's pretty speedy. Of course, you'll notice I started off with the machine with shells already on the machine. And basically, since I have a secure place to leave this machine, I'll leave it in that particular condition, because it takes a bit of doing to get the machine full of shells. You have to put some empty things underneath to catch the powder and shot charges while you're getting it filled up. So I like to leave the machine basically ready to go. And I mean, like I said, I've got a locked room here, so it's not really a big issue. So anyway, pretty speedy. and a great way to load those trap and skeet shells for the upcoming season. And you know, you can make a lot of shells in a hurry. The bucket here, and I'm probably going to have it full by the time I'm finished this evening. So, anyway, hopefully somebody finds that interesting. We'll talk to you later, guys.